So we put out a short video with a actuator that was making a lot of crazy noises when we was doing some testing on it. We ended up pulling the actuator off. We already pulled the turbo off because we deemed to be a failure here. So we pulled the actuator off, and the cavity here with the vane gear was filled with oil and a bunch of debris, as you can see in there, all those little chunks and stuff. So I was actually working on an actuator failure on another MX-13 at the same time, and when we pulled the actuator off, one thing that I was noticing, I was trying to look for differences in the two, and obviously I've done probably 50 to 100 actuators, and I've never seen one that had oil on this side. So what we seen was that, comparing it with the other turbo, there's a little seal in here, and I'll show you on the new one that we just put on. That seal is completely missing out of there. So you just see that void. There's no seal in there. So oil is coming up through the turbo into this part, this cavity where the actuator gear is. And with that, I mean, I don't know exactly what problems that could cause. I mean, obviously there was a problem here with the noise and everything. You got to realize is that oil coming out of this is going to be hot, for one, and two, it's going to be under pressure coming up into this cavity. And obviously there's not supposed to be oil there. So we deemed this to be a failure and decided to replace the turbo. Because obviously I'm not going to take all this apart to put a new seal in it and take the liability for that. So, but here's the actuator. There is some wear on those gear teeth. You can still see all the oil and that debris in there. So I'm guessing that's all. That somehow that seal got up into that gear, most likely, what was left of it. All right, so we're going to take a look at the new one because I got the actuator off, and I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as that seal goes. So there's a new turbo with the actuator off of it, and as you can see right in here, that little brown thing, that is a seal. That other one is missing. We had a little bit of a leak on this, and we pulled it off, and we had a seal that was pinched from the manufacturer. So that's why we had this actuator off. So this is a brand new turbo, and as you can see, we just wiped this off from a little bit of coolant drains, but there's no oil. So it has been running before we took the actuator off, and as you can see, there's no oil or debris or anything else in there. So something went wrong in that turbo, possibly. I mean, it could have been missing that seal from manufacturing, but I'm thinking most likely with that signs of debris in there, somehow that seal got blown out of there, and what was left of it got pushed up into these gears, and that's most likely what was causing, that wear every time is what was causing those grinding noises as we were test sweeping it.